Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all around the world. Welcome back to another Pokemon Unite video featuring Pikachu coming through the top lane in Master Rank, having a good time. Hopefully we're able to win this. I guess you can say bird. I don't know, man, Cramorant. But nah, he's got a potion. My Bulbasaur is kind of late to the party. It is what it is. Who runs potion on Cramorant? Like, you know, it's just like one of those ordeals. Sometimes you don't expect it. It can throw you off your game. It is what it is. Now, it's new for me, right? I generally take the jungle, but we have an Aegislash somewhere in this game. Somewhere. I don't know. He seems hit or miss for me right now, especially in how the game is turning out. The meta is right now. It seems like Aegislash is just a very high skill cap Pokemon, and I have not yet met a good one in my game so far. But, you know, time will tell. It's going to take a little bit to get used to him for a lot of people, but we'll see. Speaking of Aegislash, we will be doing a Master's Guide later on this week, because it looks like the poll is leaning to Master's Guide for Aegislash, which I'm super excited for. I have been putting in some time with Aegislash. I have been reading up on all his abilities. I know what he does and all that sort of thing, so I'm very keen on what he does right now. And there's a lot of matchups that Pokemon struggles with, but either way, we're going to talk about Pikachu today. We are running a full DPS build for Pikachu, like straight burst, straight damage with X attack. I know that's a little different. It's a little crazy because Pikachu right now does a lot of damage with Electro Ball. He does a lot of damage with his other abilities, but at the same time, you have to play safe because again, you're not running Buddy Barrier for the specific build. You're running, like I said, you're going straight damage. And you're looking for those 1 to 2 shots, engages, if you're able to get them. Electro Ball does a lot of damage. It does more damage the lower HP that target Pokemon is. Just like here in this situation where we're pretty much outnumbered, but all I know is if we get one more Electro Ball on that Greninja, who's going to be greedy, like they normally are, let's be honest, we can kill him. And that was my auto attack doing 375, by the way. I boosted auto, which does what? Special attack damage. What increases special attack damage? Special attack items. Makes sense, right? Now, he does have a lot of weaknesses. Being Pikachu, you know, people that jump on your face, which can be a problem depending on your build setup. I mean, even if you're running Thunderbolt or running Voltec, we can still be an issue for Pokemon that jump on your face because you're super squishy. You don't have that Buddy Barrier. You don't have that Focus Band. You're not building bulky or tanky per se. You're building all damage, so you do take a lot. Now, we want to get this Rotom because bot lane looks like it's going to be lost down there. So I'm trying to get this Rotom. My Ivysaur doesn't know he's in this bush. And I think if I did not come face tank it, he wouldn't have known. I'm not sure. This is solo queue, so you never know. And we actually did get the, what do you call it, Dreadnought, surprisingly enough. But in any case, I think if I didn't go into the bush, he wouldn't have known he was there. And if we were to try to start it again, the enemy might have stole it with Solar Beam. I don't know. Who knows? But thankfully, we kill him, we take the Rotom, we move on with the day. It's fine. Now, playing Pikachu right now with an Aegislash in the jungle can be an issue because we don't have a hard engage. We have to rely on Slowbro, which is nothing wrong with relying on Slowbro, because Slowbro is one of the best tanks in the game, low-key. You know, to be honest with you, I think he's one of the best tanks in the game, and I think that's all there is to it. He has so much crowd control, so much CC, he stops whoever he wants to in a team fight. He picks up whoever he wants to in a team fight. But then you have Aegislash, where I think he works well, just overall in general, once you figure him out, once you know how to play him. But into this composition where they have so much damage, it's very hard to just engage without another front line. You know what I mean? We have a Venusaur, but he's also on top side. And that was Pikachu's Unite move, which does ridiculous amount of damage on full DPS, but you also are a piece of paper, and you just blow up. Because you're not running Buddy Barrier, you know what I mean? So it's a lot harder to pull something off like that, and I think a lot of these team fights that I am into, I get into with Pikachu, I think if I am having Buddy Barrier, or do have Buddy Barrier, you do better. Because you can stay alive a little bit longer for sustained fights, and you can also give Buddy Barrier to your team when you activate your Unite move, you know what I mean? But you lose a little bit of damage. And then again, at the same time, I don't notice it that much. Like running full DPS Pikachu versus a Buddy Barrier, another support item and then like a DPS item versus full damage, I don't notice that huge of a damage loss, to be honest with you. Because Pikachu does more damage to targets the lower health they are regardless with Electro Ball. So it's just like, and it's up until a cap. Keep that in mind. It's up until a cap with Electro Ball. So it's just like running full DPS, it doesn't seem as viable as running, you know, Buddy Barrier, another tankier item, and then Muscle Band, you know, versus all glasses or Shell Bell and everything else, you know what I mean? But each their own. There are a lot of Pikachu mains out there for a good reason. This Pokemon, since he got his buff, his most recent buff, he's been fantastic and pretty much been unstoppable. He's pretty much been in every single game that you play against, you know what I mean? And he brings a lot to the table in the form of crowd control, executes because he's able to get squishy targets. Like right here, I want to engage in this fight, right? I have my Unite move. Venusaur should have his up, but he doesn't. He doesn't have it right now. He has it when he dies, which is very unfortunate. But at the same time, Cramorant and Venusaur also popped their Unite move, which sucked, right? Because we had a good fight. I didn't think they were just going to go and do that, but they did it. It is what it is. We might have been able to stay alive a little bit longer and gave Venusaur Buddy Barrier there if we had Buddy Barrier to get him to stay alive to pop his Unite move, and then I assume he had Buddy Barrier. It's only speculation, because solo queue. We might have been able to delete them, but you never know. For me, I'm having fun playing Pikachu the way he is. Like, this Greninja has no idea how much damage I do. No idea. That was just 2 abilities.
You're on fire!
2 abilities. And then Electro Ball finishes him off for about, what, 28, or not 28, 1800 damage? It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. So when you're sitting here, you're playing Pikachu from a good position, you just spam Electro Balls all day, regardless of how low of health they are. Your damage is going to add up, you're going to electrocute somebody, because you also got to keep in mind that Electro Ball does AoE, and it also follows, so it's a short hit ability that no matter where they go, they will get hit. If they eject button over the wall, they hit the jumpy pad over the wall. And if you already had the Electro Ball locked in, it's still going to follow them and still going to hit them, which is great. And if they bring it back to their team because they're afraid of taking your damage, guess what? The whole team takes the damage because it's AoE when it hits a target. Whereas things like this, your Unite with full damage is ridiculous. It really is. So is Venusaur with full damage Solar Beam. It's ridiculous. But not a lot of people know how to play Venusaur because you have to lay in his abilities to do damage. It's different.
The final stretch.
Now, here's the most important fight in the game, and we all know what's about to happen. We're going into the Zapdos fight knowing Pikachu's top lane, right? So he takes the top goal, and we're struggling here because now we're probably about to lose because Slowbro is bot lane instead of being in the fight with Zapdos. And I see this in the Discord, I see this on memes, on other YouTube videos, what have you. People do this and then they complain that they lost the game, but you guys don't position or come to Zapdos. Gardevoir whips their Unite move. I'm trying to force Cramorant out of here, per se. Slowbro scores in the bot goal, takes that goal. Now, our Slowbro joins the fight. But look what happened. The rest of the team is dead, or in base and just respawning. But our Slowbro finally gets involved in the team fight. It's a little too late, but he's still alive. He's hanging in there because it's Slowbro. He's able to do that. They're having a Slowbro versus Slowbro battle. It's going to take a long time, right? So we should be able to get back here and fight this. No guarantee. I might be able to take this or steal this Unite, or we call it Zapdos. But I think Aegislash literally unintentionally Unite moved and got it. So hats off to him. If he did it on purpose, good job, buddy. But I think he might have done that unintentionally and was trying to go for a target. But either way, we were able to pick it up and come back from it, which is surprising. I thought we were going to lose this one. But either way, we're going to be bringing up game number 2, and we're going to look up the defensive abilities and the differences between Pikachu going full damage and like a supportive build. But either way, this has been Pawse Plays. Hopefully you guys smash that like button, join the Discord, tell me I suck. We're going to dive into game number 2. See you all in a second. Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all around the world. Welcome back to Pokemon Unite featuring Pikachu coming through top lane and Master Ring. This is game number 2. So for those of you who didn't make it through game number 1 was a full DPS variant of Pikachu. Today, this one is a pure defensive build setup for Pikachu. And we're running Buddy Barrier, we're running Score Shield, then we're running Choice Specs. Now, the reason why we're running these items is the fact that Buddy Barrier on Pikachu is the way to go. and I think any Pikachu player can tell you this, in a serious situation where you want to engage, you want to be part of team fights, you want to actually be useful, Buddy Barrier pays dividends to Pikachu. Because his Unite move is one of the fastest charging Unites in the entire game. So what does that mean? You pop a Buddy Barrier, right? Maybe not even 30 seconds later, guess what? Your Unite moves up again. If you're playing the Pokemon properly, you're getting your wild Pokemon, you're getting your targets killed, you have another Unite. Which means what? More Buddy Barriers. He has the most consistent Unite move in the game. As soon as you pop the ability, you get Buddy Barriers everybody around you. Or, you know what I mean, how Buddy Barrier works. Now, also, for those of you that don't know, this Pokemon has the 4th highest special attack in Pokemon Unite right now. The 4th. You got yourself your Ninetales, you got yourself your Gardevoir, and Venusaur. Those 3 have the highest special attack in the game. And then you have Pikachu. So Pikachu can build full damage and do just fine. But the difference is, by building full damage, you are a piece of paper, so people can just pretty much delete you. You pop a Unite move in the team fight without having Buddy Barrier item, you pretty much just get instantly deleted, to be honest. So it benefits you more so to have Buddy Barrier to support yourself with the HP Buddy Barrier can give you, and the shield it gives you, let alone a team unit. So you're making yourself more viable. So staying alive longer in these team fight situations means what? More Electro Balls, more Thunderbolts, more Volt Tackles. You know what I mean? If you don't know what Electro Ball does, it does execute damage the lower health the target is. Meaning you will do more damage to that Pokemon the lower their HP. Alright, so keep that in mind. You're alive in a team fight longer, means more Electro Balls. Easy peasy, right? So take a look at this. This is solo queue, right? I come down here. Where's my team? When this happens every single game that you play, every single game your brother plays, your nephew, your neighbor, whatever. This is every single solo game in a nutshell. Machamp comes down here, late to the party, but he sees what's going on. He's the first person here to pop a Unite move to come down and get these kills, get these objectives. The rest of the team members, I can't say so. I think they only followed because they saw Machamp and me down here. That's it. And this happens all the time. Well, there's not really much you can do about it because you consistently know it's going to happen in your games where your team is not going to rotate for objectives. It is what it is on situation. But with Pikachu, sometimes it's okay because Pikachu does have an Electro Ball from a range, so he can potentially steal Dreadnoughts. He can potentially steal Zapdoses. It can be done. As long as you position yourself, right. Now take a look at Machamp. He's got 4 arms, right? He's almost level 12. He's the highest level in the game right now. He's doing great. We have a Machamp. Then we have a Venusaur with Solar Beam. Got a Gardevoir, or not Gardevoir, Serena, and a Garchomp. Our Venusaur is running Solar Beam. He's got 4 bodies to stay behind to pop off shots in this composition. And the enemy team has a Decidueye. That typically means free Unite move charge for anybody who takes down a Decidueye. Because the Decidueye is pretty much a 50 free kill. 9 out of 10. Now, I don't want to disregard him, because I do have a video coming up in which I do think he's underrated. But at the same time, if you're not playing positioning well, you don't do well with him. Just like you don't do well with Pikachu if you're not good at your positioning. Now, you could run Thunderbolt, you could run Volt Tackle. They both do similar things. The difference is, in a solo queue world, you pop a Thunderbolt, right? Your teammate might not even be paying attention to it. By the way, keep a lookout. My Unite move, I just used it. I'm at 82%. Only thing I did was kill 1 Corphish. That was it. And it's still charging while I'm sitting in this bush. It is ridiculously quick at coming back off cooldown. That means more Buddy Barriers for everybody else. But in any case, if you run Volt Tackle with your Pikachu, if you walk towards an enemy Pokemon, that enemy knows, hey, he's about to get Volt Tackle, 9 out of 10. So he tries to walk away from you. Now, if you do this with a solo queue environment in a team or whatever, you walk towards enemy Pokemon, they generally don't want to help you, but some of your teammates are like, okay, he's going to Volt Tackle, and they follow you through. I think it's a lot easier to be consistent with Volt Tackle versus Thunderbolt, but each their own. This is where Score Shield pays dividends. You don't want to put a Score Shield on a Pikachu or on a Pokemon and then automatically start trying to act like you're Lucario, because it doesn't work like that. Lucario and Score Shield go hand in hand because he has super mobility. He can get away with it, he can dash back and forth, he can get out of his situations. It works very, very well in Lucario. But, and let's say you put Score Shield on a Venusaur or like a Garchomp or whatever, and you try to do the exact same thing, it's not going to work out for you. It's really not going to work out for you because you don't have the mobility to get back and forth between the goals. But in the later aspect of the game, for somebody like Pikachu or Venusaur, you have that AoE, that giant AoE Unite move that can give off buddy barriers, and then you can score on top of your score shield when you're pushing that goal. It works out in that sense. It makes it a lot more viable. Now again, we have 4 melee Pokemon, myself included. A Venusaur who's playing Solar Beam. We have a lot of damage, very consistent damage in this solo game. Now you could argue if Venusaur doesn't hit his shots, sure. But the dude chose Solar Beam for a reason. He likes the playstyle, so he should know how to play. You know, he's doing great. But each their own. Some people may beg to differ. Some people may see a Garchomp on their team or I guess, a Decidueye and automatically think we're going to lose the game. 9 out of 10, sometimes that does happen, let's be honest. When you play right, you do fine, because the first 8 minutes of the game doesn't really matter until Zapdos spawns. I don't know why Garchomp decided to do that, but I guess we kill Snorlax. It is what it is. This is the hardest fight to win, is Zapdos. No matter how good of a player you are, no matter how consistent of a player you are, Zapdos is the hardest fight to win. It's pretty much you, one person, versus 9 other players. You're fighting your team, you're fighting the enemy team. The reason why I say this is because not every time your team actually rotates for this objective, so it's kind of like you're playing against your team, you know what I mean? It's interesting. I was trying to get Kramer at the Pokemon Unite move so I can just, you know, bait it out of him, but he didn't do it. So we ended up deleting him anyhow. He's dead for the Zapdos for 12 seconds. Lucario comes up to look for me. Thankfully, we have Volt Tackle. And I was trying to lead him here anyway into my team because I feel like when a Pokemon or an enemy Pokemon or what have you gets super low in health, what happens? They're like, I gotta get that kill. They tunnel vision super hard. And it's very easy sometimes to just catch enemy players out like that because they will always chase you. It's like when you're chasing Greedent around when he has low health. You're not gonna catch the man. And Greedent typically is laughing at you. He knows you're not gonna catch him, but you're gonna chase him anyway. And when you do, your team gets that benefit. Just like in that situation. Was I worried about taking Zapdos here? No, because we took down Lucario, we took down Cramorant. We should have been able to take down Zapdos securely and roll on with the day. It doesn't happen all the time because these team fights with Zapdos is super hard to deal with. But then we have a Cramorant over here who's running Dive Air Slash. It's like, okay, and you're trolling. That's fine. You can say what you will about it, but it's trolling. Like, what do you want me to do? But either way, I think having Buddy Barrier with this Pokemon is a lot more consistent at the end of the day. And I think every other Pikachu main out there who enjoys playing this Pokemon can probably contest to that. I just give Buddy Barrier to everybody when I pop my Unite. It's just great. Versus running full DPS. If that's the case, I just play like somebody like Cinderace or somebody like Decidueye, for instance. You know what I mean? And just keep my distance. But either way, this has been Pawse Plays. Hopefully you guys smash that like button, come join that Discord. Tell me I suck, it is what it is. Yesterday was the Super Bowl weekend. I forgot about football because I'm not a huge football fan. I apologize. Today's Valentine's Day, so for those of you that do make it out today and want to play Pokemon Unite, shoot a message out in the Discord. We can sit down and play some 5 stacks. We can get some testing going on here because I do have World Championships coming up. I want to be involved in that, and I need a team to do so. But either way, I will see you guys later. Enjoy your day with your loved ones, and if not, come out here and hang out with me. I'll see y'all later today. Thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna head out.